Welcome to Tarot to a T. Today we're going to do mid-January 2023 for the sign of Virgo. If this is the first time to my channel, Virgo, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you for your support. I truly, deeply appreciate it. So we're going to open it up with a general inquiry. What message does Virgo need to hear for mid-January 2023? I hope the holidays treated you well. And now we are on to the new year. Well into it. These cards I will not take. There were too many of them that fell out upside down there. Message for Virgo 2023, mid-January 2023. Okay, and cards of advice. Okay, we got that. Cards of advice for Virgo. Okay, sip of tea and we'll get started. Okay, let's see what you got going on. Queen of Clubs. If you were with me in December, she came out pretty much every reading for every sign. So you might be a little tired of me describing her energy, but for the newbies, we'll go over it again. She has a little bit of power and authority. She's generous, supportive. This could be a fire sign around you, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. She could be somebody that that you are relying upon for guidance. Like I said, she's a wise person. Now, we're not reading genders, so it does not have to be female. You could have fire energy in your chart, so this could be you. We will look at more cards and see what's going on with this. The Seven of Diamonds. You might be dealing with, shall I say it, excess of finances right now. Because this is the warning against taking unnecessary risks or gambles. It could also kind of mean, not necessarily that you're loaded and you're wealthy at the moment, but that everything's going fine, but you just kind of want to have a little caution. And that doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong, if there's anything coming at you. It could be just the state of affairs, the way the world works these days with the economy, who knows. I've actually listened to a couple of predictions that say that our economy is going to be changing, and not for the better, this year. So just exercise caution, okay? Four of Diamonds, here's your windfall. Yeah, things are looking very secure. Hold on a second. I think something fell. That was bizarre. Sorry about that. There was a weird noise. Sorry, I had to check it out. Here is your windfall, like I was saying. You could have run into some money, like in work, like a bonus. Somebody could have gifted you some money. It could be anything under the sun, really. But again, there's a warning with this. That's why I'm pausing here for a second. Because here's the warning against gambles and whatnot. This is warning against overspending. So you're still kind of in the same territory as far as being careful with the spending. Jack of Diamonds. Yeah, I think you have some money at your disposal, Virgo, that you're not used to. You could be dealing with a younger earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, or, this could be you, or Capricorn. I actually think it's you, because on the other side of it's not a younger earth sign. If it is just you embodying this, it's about an experience, and actually there's a tad of immaturity, and not because it's any fault of your own. It's just about not having exposure to a situation. And it is Pentacles, so we are dealing with material matters, abundance, finances, that kind of thing. So it looks to me like you have a pretty sweet financial picture at the moment, but there is just like caution twice here about overspending. So let's ask for more cards. What else does Virgo need to hear in their message for mid-January 2023? Message for Virgo 2020. Oh, mid. I keep saying 2023. I'm sorry. It's mid-January. It's very specific. So things may be up in the air for you right now. This is also the Magician energy. It's the colorized Joker. Magician energy I actually see as kind of the hand of fate, the hand of the universe stepping in and literally kind of giving you a hand. In terms of, a turn of events, an unexpected element coming into the picture. It's usually positive. And so far this reading is very positive. I mean, I don't see any, except for the warning against spending, I don't see anything that's really going on that's sending up red flags. The Four of Spades. So you did come out of a period of stress. It might have been around finances, since there's such a heavy focus on it at the moment. Again, it has to do with your security in your lifestyle, your home. Like with the Four of Diamonds there, this talks about the solidity of your lifestyle, basically. But it's a period of rest, of respite. Is that how you say the word? So that tells me maybe you financially weren't okay in the not so distant past, in the not so distant past. Sorry, keep misspeaking there. What else can you tell me about Virgo's situation? Their message for mid-January. 9 of Diamonds. Something completed here, yeah, that left you in a very good financial position. So, yeah, you're looking very good at the moment this way. I don't remember your last reading. So I don't know if you had anything going on, like a separation, a relationship, and maybe you had some money coming to you through that, or severance from work. I don't know. But it's left you very satisfied here. This is a sense of achievement. And again, emphasis on Pentacles, aka finances, abundance. So that kind of explains why you're looking so pretty that way at the moment. 7 of Clubs. Very, very interesting, because this is about feeling trapped, confined, like you're in a situation that's not going anywhere. I mean, it can be relationship or career or anything under the sun. So there's nothing specific here. It's telling me what this would pertain to. Except maybe you have somebody controlling the finances. And so that's why there's this warning here about overspending, because maybe you're like, I don't know why I just got that, but I was kind of staring at that Queen of Clubs. It's like maybe there's like an authority involved in this situation who is not letting you spend, and you have this propensity to overspend. And again, being inexperienced. And they know that, this Queen. But yeah, there's a feeling of confinement here. Like you have to get out of a situation, or it's like suffocation, like you're feeling suffocated. It's a pretty desperate position. I'll be honest about that. So let's see what else comes out in your cards here, Virgo, about that feeling of entrapment, confinement, like you're being held prisoner. 3 of Hearts. It's a little bit more information. It doesn't exactly tell me exactly what's feeling confined, but this is about a decision. So maybe, or being indecisive, I should say. So maybe the feeling of being trapped is around a decision that you're not sure how to make, and it's affecting you emotionally. The three hearts is kind of the what they call the third party energy. I don't think we're looking at romance, so we're not going to apply it that way. It's just you're being pulled in two different directions that is pulling you emotionally in two different directions. That could be the feeling of confinement, being a prisoner. It's like, you know what I'm hearing? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Yeah. Jack of Spades. Okay, this is a little different. This is air energy. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And younger. Probably younger. Or immature in some way. Or this could be you. This is the card that comes out when someone is not trusting a situation or a person. It's a little bit of paranoia. Because if this does represent an actual air sign that you know, they're hiding something. So on the outside, they're very friendly and they seem to be, on your side and on the same page and all that. But underneath, they're planning something, they're scheming something. Honestly, this is a riddle to me. I mean, if this applies to you, Virgo, please comment about it, because it's kind of like I'm seeing a snapshot of something and not being given the details. So I'm going to ask for one more card before we look at advice, just to see if it can clarify it a little bit for me. What other information can you give me for Virgo's precarious situation here? I'm feeling trapped, but being wealthy at the same time. I'm being well off. Maybe not wealthy, but financially stable. One or two cards, please. Not a whole bunch. One or two cards. Virgo's situation. Jack of Clubs. Another Jack. You got three Jacks out here. Again, it's a fire sign energy. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. If it represents a person, again, they could be younger than you in some manner. This is actually a very positive Jack, kind of like the Jack of Diamonds, in that they're very generous and supportive. It's kind of the feeling of having a good friend who, for some reason, is a little younger than you or less experienced. At least that's how you view them. Oh, you know what? I think I just got something here. So you got these two Jacks that came out right after the indecision. I wonder if you're trying to decide between two people. And I'm not sure why you have to decide between two people. I'm not picking up strong romance throughout this. It's just kind of like awesome financial situation, but there's a feeling of entrapment. I'm feeling like a prisoner. Maybe you're being made to decide. This could be for a very specific scenario, a very specific person, honestly. Because I see this queen as kind of being that authority who's controlling things in some manner. And you're being stopped from overspending. And you're very comfortable, but but things are up in the air for some reason, and you're feeling confined. And I think I just got this as well. I think this sense of achievement is because you're proud of yourself. You achieved something, and you probably feel like you should have total control over it, but I don't think you do. I keep getting that you don't. And there's some kind of decision here that's pulling on you emotionally, and it could have to do with a air sign or a fire air sign and a fire sign, not or, but and. The two jacks. I think I'm just going to have to proceed. I don't know how that would apply across, universally. I don't know how to apply that universally. It's a very specific situation. Let's go ahead and look at cards of advice. Maybe it'll clear things up. Some kind of breakup here? Huh. Maybe, oh, you know what? So this is the breakup energy. Let me just go into this for a second. Changes here out of your control that led to disruption in your lifestyle. I think this is about a relationship that has fallen apart. I think this is about kids. I think I'm talking to a Virgo who has to decide between kids. Which kid are you gonna perhaps have custody of? Like, let's say you're battling with a spouse. There's kids, maybe pets even involved. And so one goes to one spouse and one goes to, you know what I'm saying? Like the kids get split up because it's kind of part of the agreement. And yeah, this would definitely be kind of that third party energy. And a feeling of entrapment is like you can't control it. You have no choice. You have to do that. You're being forced to do something. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Wow. Breakup. This is pretty powerful, actually, when you look at it in that context. But financially, you came out very nicely. It's just the decision here, and I think it has to do with kids or something like that. And here's the other jack. So, remember, I'm looking at your cards of advice. This is advising you to be vulnerable. Have your heart open. It's a water sign energy. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. You may have that in your chart. But it's generally the card of being open to things. Literally, not being defensive, not being on guard, not putting up armor around you. It's like negotiation energy. If you have to negotiate with somebody about this choice, for example, the Six of Spades, sorry, this is all destined. This is part of your fate. Going through this will lead to other options and opportunities along your life path. If you believe that life is scripted that way, that we're meant to go through certain experiences, well, this is one of them. Okay? That's what that card is about. Two of Clubs. Communication needs to happen. Communication is going to restore the balance and harmony, because I sense that has a lot to do with this feeling of entrapment and indecision. Communication is gonna help, and having your heart open. They go hand in hand, because you can't have an effective conversation if you are guarded. Wouldn't you agree? Okay, more cards of advice for Virgo, and there's sticky situation here. It's kind of sticky. It wasn't looking so bad at first until I kind of picked up on what it's about. This is in the past, but this is this is the traumatic ending. It wrapped up a major chapter in your life. When I see it in cards of advice, I see it as behind you. But it was very emotional and devastating on some level. You had to go through a period of grieving, processing it. Yeah, I think this was a pretty significant relationship you had to walk away from. You probably didn't want to, but no choice. King of Diamonds. Could be somebody new you met, or it could be the person you're dealing with. Actually, I kind of see it as you, because of the finances and how strong they are down here. The king represents control and dominance. And with diamonds, we're definitely talking about material things, abundance. taking real control of your financial future and how you handle finances. Again, resisting this overspending, taking gambles, because I think that's what you're looking at. You know, the control here may be contingent on you can't spend certain amounts of money. This is what I'm getting. It's like a divorce settlement where you have the money, but you can't spend it because it's like part of alimony. So it has to go towards the care of children, for example, their well-being, their future. Maybe these kids are like college age, so you have to keep it separate and not touch it because it's to support their school, you know. Wow, King of Diamonds. Also, taking control of your emotional life. That totally makes sense that you would be in this position where both of these things need to happen. Again, card of advice. This is more about the emotional realm. The King of Diamonds is more about your material realm. I think you're being advised to take very, very specific control, I guess, and just, doing the right thing. Unfortunately, you can't just be loosey-goosey and living high on the hog. It looks like you have to take a lot of responsibility here. 8 of Spades. So this 8 of Spades usually talks about overwork, being stressed out, mentally, physically, emotionally, all of the above, or having trouble at work with somebody. But it's about putting in too many hours. It's just like taking a real toll on you, and you're being asked to take a break. Relieve that stress in some manner. I'm not sure how this pertains because I don't think we're looking at career here. I think we're looking at a relationship and divvying up, life matters in a very concrete way. It could be that you've been putting too much energy into this whole thing, this whole situation, and you need to just kind of not lighten up, but let up. Like maybe you've been way too intense about it, because I'm looking at this Jack of Hearts. It's like, yeah, perhaps you've had that guard up, and that's led to unnecessary stress on yourself, probably more than anyone. And the communication and being open is going to allow that to dissipate. Any more cards of advice for Virgo before I wrap this up? Actually, it's right here. It was stuck on my finger. Yeah, fight and struggle. So, this came out right after that 8 of Spades about needing to let up the stress, relieve the stress in some way. So I think you've been putting up the good fight, Virgo. You've been putting up the struggle that I think in your mind, if you're not actively struggling and fighting, it would not demonstrate how much you care about it. Does that make sense? Like, if you don't struggle, then you don't want to give off the impression you don't care about it, when you actually really do care about it a lot. So it's kind of contradictory to perhaps your nature. I've known a couple of Virgos, and honestly, I think, now that I think about those Virgos and some situations I've observed with them, they have to put up the good fight or the good front, or I get the impression they don't feel they're being authentic and they're not standing up for their values. I think that's what this is about. This turned out to be a fantastically dynamic reading, but I think it's all centering around this letting down your Virgo defense and being firm and strong, and no, I will not back down. That, I think you're being asked to drop that and really take control of those emotions with this king. And yeah, the finances. But we already kind of went over that. But the emotional aspect that needs to kind of, I don't want to say be put in check, but a better, more diplomatic control, and not just, ooh, this is it and this is final and I'm not budging. You know, that energy, that behavior has to go away for this to work out. And it's going to get you out of this feeling trapped, because I think the entrapment is kind of, I think it's boundaries you've set around yourself, because you won't allow yourself to budge. You won't compromise. You won't negotiate. Whatever that is about. I don't know what it's about, and I'm not taking sides. That's not what I'm here for. But I'm going to end it there. Super duper. I hope you got some information out of this that will help you navigate through it. If you'd like to see when the next reading comes out, go ahead, make sure you hit subscribe notifications. And I do want to mention, I have a donation page. It's called Buy Me a Coffee. I'm trying to get in the habit of mentioning that. I've had a couple people donate, and I think it's about time that I start asking when you can, and if you're feeling generous, go to the bottom of the description box, copy and paste that into your browser, and it'll take you right to the page. And you can just simply buy me a tea. You know, we're not talking huge amounts of money, but it would help support the channel. I am a working person myself, and so I do this on my free time, and it's a way for you to show appreciation, right? Okay, enough of that. I will see you again soon. Good luck with this situation, and take care until I do.